Hello, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I am Dr. Gail, and I am so glad that you are here. It is Thursday, and you guys know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you will know when I go live. And so tonight I want to talk to you wives. Yes, you wives who watch my channel. And I want to talk to you tonight about when your husband has a lower sex drive than you do. Yes. What to do when your husband has a lower sex drive than you do.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up?
Now, I have been inundated because 90% of the time, men have the higher sex drive than their wives. And so that's the reason why I've done videos on sexless marriages, the impact that a sexless marriage have on men. But there are some women who have been suffering in silence because their husband's sex drive is very low and theirs is very high. So I want to talk to those women who are dealing with a husband that has a lower sex drive. And that is another reason why I wrote the book called Praying for the Penis, a wife's guide to understanding her husband's sexual health. I caught a lot of flack, but I understand what it is to deal with couples where the wife's libido is through the roof and the husband is struggling, right? And it's nothing wrong because there's a lot of women who are struggling in this area and their husband's sex drive is through the roof. So the first thing I want to let you know is that you're not alone and you need to let go of the shame, right? Let go of the shame because there's nothing wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with your husband, okay? And a lot of times we think because his sex drive is a lot lower than yours that we begin to assume it's about you. And it's not. It's really about him. When husbands are not initiating sex, it's easy for us to jump to that he doesn't find me attractive anymore. He must be cheating. Because if he's not getting it from me, he's getting it from someone else. Especially when your husband used to be the person who pursued you the most, okay? Or it's something wrong with me. Maybe he doesn't enjoy my vagina anymore, so therefore he's getting it somewhere else. Our minds begin to think all of these things, and it's not true, okay? So I want you to pause and take a deep breath. Because it's not about you, okay? Men can have lower sex drive for many reasons. Stress can make a man's libido tank, just like it can make our libido tank. Hormone changes. Men go through hormone changes just like we do when we go through menopause, right? And they will go through a hormone change just like us. Their testosterone levels will drop, and therefore they don't have the libido that they used to have. Different medications that he might be on, right? There might be some undiagnosed health issues, right? There could be some depression and anxiety that he's not talking to you about, that you don't know about. And so it's really not about you. It is all about him and you being a vehicle to help him find out what is going on with his body and not accusing him of doing something that he's not doing, okay? And if he needs some help, initiate without pressure, right? Start with a sensual massage. Start whispering affirmations in his ear, something sexy. Allow him to know that you desire him, and also start setting the mood for sex. Don't demand sex, set the mood for sex. But if he's not able to arise to the occasion, do not make him feel like he's less than a man. Because there's that is just the surface. Low libido is the surface. There's a root cause to why he is struggling, and you need to get to that, okay? So the next thing I want you to do is have a conversation. Have a conversation. You guys conversate about everything else. Have a conversation about your sex life and ask him, what is he struggling with? And if he can't answer him, ask him, say, honey, do you mind if I make you a doctor's appointment, because this is just not normal, and I see the difference from how we used to engage to where we are now. Okay? But you can't make him go to the doctor. You can't pressure him to go to the doctor. You can only have a meaningful conversation and ask him, how are you feeling in your body? Because he might feel the change just like we feel the change when we're going through premenopause and menopause, hot flashes, weight gain, all these different kind of things. And he might not just be articulating what is going on in his body. So ask him, what is going on in your body, right? Do you feel something different, right? Is there something you need to talk to me about when it comes to intimacy that you don't feel free to share with me, but I'm open and I'm not going to judge you, okay? And how can we create the closeness that we used to have, even though now we're on different pages and in different stages in our lives? Because being married is ebbs and flows, right? Sometimes the one spouse is up here and the other one's down, and you got to go meet them halfway, and vice versa. You're not going to always be in this position, but you need to be able to have meaningful conversations about your sex life, okay? The last thing is, make sure that you nourish intimacy inside and outside of the bed. Make sure that you give your husband a hug. Give him a kiss. Not pressuring him for sex, but just to let him know that you are creating a safe place for him to still be the man, right? And that happens outside of the bedroom, because if he's feeling pressure and performance anxiety, it's going to make it very, very hard for him to receive you inside of the bedroom. So it's nothing wrong with just grabbing him and hugging him and telling him everything is going to be okay. I am here for the long haul, okay? And if you get in a space where you guys just cannot meet halfway with communicating and doing all of these tips that I have given you, I am here. So you guys need to seek help, because you do not have to suffer alone. I am a licensed sexologist, and I want to see you guys win in every area of your life. I love you guys to pieces. But before I go, if you want to talk to me, you can schedule a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help you with one tool and one strategy that I know will work in your marriage. So do me a favor, click the link pop below and schedule your free 15-minute discovery call with me. I love you guys to pieces. I'm here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week.